people in Canada, in North America, are hearing, Israel is perpetrating a genocide in Gaza. So if I'm asking the question, is there a genocide happening in Gaza? Please enlighten us as to the truth about this statement.
Well, that's the benefit of being boots on the ground in almost every tunnel in Gaza, many tunnels in Hezbollah. There's those 5 major refuge cities, underground cities of the Hezbollah, filled with missiles, filled with weapons. The blowing, when our guys blew it up, it created earthquake sensor. It triggered all the earthquake sensors in the whole northern part of Israel. Everyone's like, oh, the sky is falling, or the buildings are collapsing. It's an earthquake.
Right.
We're like, well, that's just us taking out the Hezbollah. Okay. So when you realize that they are based off of, and this is something not really taught, fully genocidal intent. Their intention in their charter is to genocide all of Israel. That's the short. They are genocidal, both the Hezbollah and the Hamas and Islamic Jihad and Jabhat al-Nusra and these ones are totally genocidal. Now, we stopped them, so they were only able to genocide a certain amount in their massacring, apocalyptic end time scenarios. That's what they do believe. It says there, to quote one of the phrases they love is, "You shall enter their gates and you shall be victorious." That's what they say. They mean they'll enter the gates of Jerusalem. In a way, they look at themselves in their theology as the flood. Like, no, the flood was to punish the unbelievers.
Right.
They say we are the El Aqsa flood. El Aqsa is the name. Yes. It's not even the real El Aqsa. The real El Aqsa is actually in Saudi Arabia, where the edge of the Saudi Arabian, where the mosque was at the edge of their territory. It was never here. That's a creation later as a way to try to continue to colonize, which they are the ones that are colonizing. You don't see anyone speaking Hebrew around us being colonized by us. Nobody's speaking Hebrew around here. We're not, but they colonized the whole area with the Islamic way. And their El Aqsa flood is, we believe we are going to be the punishment, the flood to destroy all of Israel, because they don't believe in Islam and the Prophet Muhammad. I don't know if he prophesied anything, but either way, Muhammad. So
they call him a prophet. I guess that's enough.
Yeah. So my point is, though, that in Gaza, you find out, what are we doing? Doing the most protection. This isn't a talking point. This is what we do. Sending the drones with speakers sometimes on them. Pamphlets you can see saying, please remove from this area. Why? Because it's unacceptable for us that rockets are shooting our families, our kindergartens. Sure, we have a bomb shelter. Some of us more and more have bomb shelters now, but that's unacceptable for you to try to be genociding us with your rockets from this area. Therefore, we are the anti-genocide force. So what is the best way to describe us? We're here to stop the genocidal intent of the Hamas and Islamic Jihad and Jabhat al-Nusra and all the others. And we have to go into where we see these things. And in fact, if someone wants to use a house or a home or a hospital or a mosque, so it's no longer a medical center. No, that has been canceled, because you go in there and you see, no, you've officially filled it with missiles. I mean, there was missiles for as big as from this wall to this wall. Missiles inside a resort that I was in, the Blue Beach Resort, for example. You can't have missiles that can hit anywhere in Israel. You can't do that within this resort. It's no longer a resort. It had 5 tunnels in it. We blew that up. I blew that up with my guys. You can't have that and still call it a resort. No, it's no longer a resort. It's now a HQ, headquarters of Hamas, murderous, genocidal intent. So that is now a genocidal center. We must remove that threat.
Right. Yep.
So same goes for, and there's many hospitals. Al-Akhli. I found a tunnel personally in Beit Lahia. Went in and I said, man, it seems like they got the radiology center. They've got the beds. They've got all the stuff. And it looks like a hospital. And you're going through, first of all, it's rigged to blow. Secondly, bombs.
Like,
and you get through the booby trapped.
Wow.
Then and there's a tunnel there where operatives are using in and out to move weapons and to use that as a launch pad. So it's no longer, enemies, it's time to clear out. It's time to clear out of this area. This is unacceptable that you're going to use this. And there has been, I'll say, a real at liberty to remove a lot of these potential even buildings that haven't been used, proven to have been used, but they are positioned in a way near the border. Hey, this got to go. These got to go. They can't be this near. They could use them. So there's been, total honesty, full disclosure, a lot of buildings removed, tons. I mean, crazy amounts, insane amounts of buildings blown up, but we moved the people out. We're saying infrastructure gone. Well, that is less of a threat to us right now. And what Trump said actually is the only thing that I think makes sense. Is Trump a genocidal man? Some might say that, but no, he's not. He recognizes that he understands some. He doesn't even understand enough, if you ask me, but he understands some of what we're dealing with. If you have someone who says, I want to kill all the Jews, and that's what they're trained in from birth, think about it. We left in 2005. We completely exited Gaza entirely, and all they get is water, electricity, and jobs. And a great, all these girls combing their hair and saying, come on in and work. Just check you for bombs now. Okay, come through. That's called the Erez crossing. What happened to them? Murdered. All of them. Some of them beat to death. Blood with clubs with blood. Like, you're like, these are the people who spent years just saying, come on through. We just got to check you. Not humiliating them. No, this isn't humiliation station. No. Women check women. Men check men. All right, come on through. Okay. So you see when the reality happens and you see, no, if Israel wanted to be genocide and we could have done that all this time.
Yeah.
But we haven't done that.
No.
And we didn't do that. Giving them jobs. My brother had 50 Palestinians working under him. My brother. And he often asked, these are straight from Gaza. He's like, is this safe? He asked the question to his superiors. And this is in Tel Aviv. In Tel Aviv, building, a very tall building. Is this in Sarona market? Is this safe? And they're like, this is what we do. We offer them jobs, and great jobs for maybe cheaper pay than an average Israeli might want. So a little cheaper, but for them it's very high. For them it's good wage. We pay them. It's not slave labor. So how is any of this genocide? You know, it's what it is called a lie that's perpetrated, like Goebbels, Joseph Goebbels, Hitler's propaganda man. It's a propaganda lie that's pushed until it's can be repeated so much that it's almost believable, but it's ridiculous.